So,
You are telling me that you don't know how to choose your first PC in the big 2026? But don't worry, I gotcha. I am going to show you how to avoid spending too much since you've got no money.
no dick, no balls.
In few steps. Budget. The first thing you have to decide is your budget. It sounds obvious, but it's where everything starts. If you don't know how much you want to spend, you'll end up wasting hours looking at parts that were never in your price range anyway. Set a maximum budget before you start and actually stick to it. Trust me, there's always going to be someone saying, for just another $100, you can get this instead. Then another $100. Then another. And before you know it, your $900 PC somehow costs you a daylight robbery. Purpose. What are you actually going to use it for? Once you've gathered your pennies, ask yourself one simple question. What are you actually going to do with this PC? A gaming PC isn't the same as a workstation for video editing, programming, or 3D rendering. And if all you do is browse the web, watch YouTube, and work on a few documents, there's no reason to spend a fortune. Also, not every game is the same. Some are more CPU intensive, while others rely much more on the GPU. I'm going to put some examples on the screen, showing which games are more CPU or GPU demanding. At the end of the day, the best PC isn't the most powerful one, it's the one that fits your needs. Extras. Finally, there are all the personal preferences that people usually forget about. Do you need built-in Wi-Fi, a lot of storage, a compact case because your desk is small as Do you want it to run quietly, or maybe you just want it to look good? They might seem like small details, but they're the kind of things you'll notice every single day once you start using your PC. So it's worth thinking about them now. Stop wasting your cash. If you're building your first gaming PC in 2026, you are probably about to fumble the bag.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Most beginners spend $300 on a motherboard that gives them 0 extra FPS, or they buy a sketchy $20 power supply that's literally a bomb for their entire system. Don't get clapped by marketing hype. Today, we are breaking down the golden rules for every single component. And stick around, because the budget GPU choice at the end is an absolute steal. Let's get it. CPU. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. Look, you don't need to buy the absolute latest, shiniest CPU and pay the new gen tax for a tiny 2% performance boost. You can easily chill with a previous gen CPU and save a bag of cash if budget is your priority. At the end of the video, I'll show you some complete builds that won't leave your wallet crying. RAM. This is another place where people just love to waste money. Your RAM has to match your CPU vibe. If you buy a 12th, 13th, or 14th gen Intel CPU, you can go with either DDR4 or DDR5. But for AMD, the 5000 series is the absolute end of the road for DDR4. Anything newer forces you into DDR5 territory. Listen to me, 16 gigabytes is still enough if you are on a tight budget. You don't need 32 gigabytes just to play Minecraft or Fortnite. Trust me on this. And don't stress over the brand. Corsair, Kingston, G-Skill, they all buy their chips from the same people. Pick the one that fits your budget and looks clean, but stick to known brands so your BIOS doesn't give you the blue screen of death. GPU. If you mess this one up, your entire build is cooked. Seriously, this is where most of your cash is going, so don't fumble the bag. If your wallet allows it, go NVIDIA if you want all the fancy tech like ray tracing, DLSS, and AI stuff. AMD, on the other hand, is the undisputed king of value. More VRAM, less money. And trust me, the GPU choice in the budget build at the end is an absolute steal. It's gonna surprise you. One last thing, you'll see like 50 brands selling the same card, like Asus, MSI, Gigabyte, or Zotac. Don't freak out. The actual chip inside is exactly the same. You're just paying for different plastic shrouds and more fans. Buy the cheapest one that doesn't look like trash. The in-game FPS will be identical. Storage. This is where most beginners bottleneck their system. Buying an HDD for gaming in 2026 is a straight-up crime. The only way to go is NVMe SSDs. Period. Modern games will stutter and look like a PowerPoint presentation on an old hard drive. Keep the old HDD for your family photos and homework, but put your games on an SSD. Get 1 terabyte if you can, 512 gigabytes minimum. But watch out for sketchy, no-name SSDs from random Chinese brands to save $10. Cheap SSDs without DRAM cache slow down to a crawl once they fill up, and your PC will feel like it's running on dial-up internet. Stick to big brands: Crucial, Samsung, WD, or Kingston. Mobo. Don't spend $300 on something that gives you literally 0 extra FPS. The motherboard is the best place to save cash. If you aren't trying to overclock your CPU like a mad scientist, a budget board is perfectly fine. Just don't pair a super cheap motherboard with a high-end CPU, or the power delivery will overheat and throttle your performance. Also, some boards don't have built-in Wi-Fi, so think before buying if you need wireless internet. Pick your size: ATX, Micro ATX, ITX, because that decides how big your case needs to be. Unlike GPUs, brand actually matters here. Stick to reliable MVPs like MSI, ASUS, Gigabyte, or ASRock. PSU. This is the one component that can literally explode your entire PC. Do not buy a sketchy, no-name, $20 power supply from some random website. A trash PSU under load will literally pull a kamikaze move and take your entire system to the grave with it. It's not a joke. You don't need an overkill power supply, but don't cut corners to the absolute last penny. If your PC needs 400 watts, get at least a 500 watt or 550 watt unit so it can breathe. Pro tip: look for brands you actually know and make sure it has at least an 80+ bronze badge. Stay safe, boys. Case and cooler. This is where you can finally customize your style and aesthetic. It's almost entirely up to your vibe. For the case, just make sure it has good airflow. Don't buy a solid glass box that turns your PC into an oven. Check the size so your motherboard actually fits. For the cooler, if you aren't doing heavy 3D rendering or trying to launch a rocket, a basic $20 to $30 air cooler will keep your CPU perfectly chilled. Now that we've covered the golden rules for every single component, let's get to the real deal. Here are the complete builds split by budget that I promised you. I already know some tech bro benchmark elitists are going to cry in the comments about my AMD choice, so go ahead. Tell me which component is straight up L. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next guide. All links are in the description, and I'm out. Peace.